hard to believe, dog. 41 episodes in, man.
That is crazy. 6 months ago.
6 months ago.
No, not more. 8 months ago. 8 months ago.
8 months ago, man. We started fucking cool. We came in hot, bro. We still, you know what I mean? We still in this bitch.
Hell yeah. Season one. Grind2Hard.
In the books.
That's how we do.
My dog.
Yo, how we doing, man? How we doing? How we doing?
Chef Clay.
Yeah.
The infamous.
King Vic. Yo, we did 41 episodes this season. This is the end of the year recap here. End of the year, son.
End of the year
Last
recap.
episode of 2023.
Last episode of 2023. Yo, this is season 1 completed.
Yeah.
So we'll be back for season 2 in March.
Yeah.
Right? Mm-hmm. So we're going to take 2 months off to kind of, you know what I mean, recompose ourselves.
We're going to create
more content.
Create more content for y'all so you can see what we actually did this year. You know what I'm saying?
Level up more.
Yeah.
So we have a fuckload of shit more to talk about once we come back in March, man. So you guys stay tuned. We ain't going nowhere. Don't worry about it. We still be here. All the episodes are still out on YouTube, Spotify, Amazon Music, iHeartRadio. We're still working on
Subscribe
Apple.
to that. So like them, share them, comment on them so we know what to talk about. What y'all like about the episode.
And you guys have 2 months to fucking lock in and watch every other episode. I mean, there's a lot of good content out there, man. A lot of good guests that we had.
We'll be popping up. I think your boy's gonna do some poetry for y'all. We're gonna do some pop-ups here and there.
Yeah. I got I wrote down a little something. I'm not gonna say yet. I'm gonna say probably towards the end of the episode. But before we get started, shout out
Liquid Death.
Shout out Liquid Death.
Right? Damn, I've been drinking this for a minute, dude, and I never drank more water in my life. Yeah. So how's your week been, dog? Christmas, dog. How was your Christmas?
Christmas, dog, yo. The fucking 4 days before Christmas, man, was... Before. I can guarantee, I worked so much.
You sauced up how many people?
I sauced up like the whole city.
The whole city, shit. Chill out.
Nah, but it
30 cuts a day, 30 cuts a day.
It was really like, dog, 14, 15 cuts a day for fucking 4 days in a row.
And your shoulder, did it hold up?
Yeah, my shoulder was doing good. Like I said, I haven't been gymming as much as I'd like, dog. I haven't, even when I gym, I don't really lift and shit like that. I just been, trying to, rehab my shoulder and shit. So it was in there. It was hanging in there. It was more just, the standing up and my back and shit like that, dog. But, dog, no complaints, man.
No complaints?
I'm truly blessed for all my clientele that came through, supported King Vic.
Yeah.
I want you guys to know there would be no King Vic without you guys, man. You guys, my weeklies, my bi-weeklies, everybody who showed up for the holidays, man, I want to thank you guys from the bottom of my heart, because if it wasn't for you guys, I wouldn't be able to do what I do. There'd be no fucking drip squad. There'd be no drip studio. There'd be no fucking...
All your clients follow the cast?
Yeah.
Hell yeah, that's what's up.
So... thank you guys, man. How about you? How was your last week?
I don't know. What about Saturday? You didn't even say nothing about Saturday.
Yo,
had the squad dinner.
I forgot about that shit.
Squad dinner.
We had a squad dinner, man. Our first annual fucking drip squad Christmas dinner.
Yeah, for sure.
My boy Chef threw down. Hopefully, I'll send some clips to Paul, so maybe he could post up a few clips up on the YouTube and shit, man. So it was dope, bro. Like, the food was fucking impeccable.
I put down some food, y'all.
I just want to say, I feel bad because I hadn't tried Chef's food, man. As long as we've been working together, dog, we just couldn't make it happen. But
I put down, dog. Hell yeah.
He threw down. He put his foot in that motherfucker, dog.
Hell yeah.
Like we did salmon, dog. We had the motherfucking.
I did fish soup.
You break it down.
I made fish soup. We did a crab dip.
Crab dip.
Yeah.
It was spinach crab dip, right?
Yeah, a little bit. Yeah.
So, I'm not a fan of seafood.
Yeah. Oh, you don't like seafood?
At all. So. I tried every bit and piece of it, dog, and I could not taste the fishy smell. Like, I didn't have that taste in my mouth where it was fishy, dog. So, like,
hell yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like,
super good.
Hell yeah, that crab dip went hard. I actually tasted it. I'm glad I tasted it in the beginning because y'all fucking devoured that shit. It disappeared. That shit was good.
Gone. That shit was the first thing to
go. Mac and cheese, which is my favorite thing, dude. I had like 6 or 7 plates of that shit. We did the steak. We did the pan-seared steak. Was like
this motherfucking big.
Yeah, each one was a pound, dude. Each one was a pound steak,
bro. I kind of regret getting my shit well done, bro. Like, I'm not a cat. You know what I'm saying? I've seen everybody cutting their steak all nice and then melt in their mouth, and I'm over here just kind of like. But yo, that shit was good too, man.
Yeah.
The best thing about, other than the food, the best thing about the night, dog, is when everybody was sitting around the table.
Yeah.
I said grace, I blessed everybody with grace, and you stood up and said, now everybody go around and say something that they're grateful for. You know what I'm saying?
Hell yeah.
And everybody had, for the most part, was thanking Drip Studio, thanking Clay, thanking myself, which I was not expecting that at all. You know what I'm saying? So it was really cool to have the team that I have now, bro. You guys got to remember that 6 months ago, I didn't have a team. I didn't have a squad. I was barely making it. I didn't know where the fuck I was going to be. All I had was Chef on my corner, and that's it.
We just started the podcast. We both were like, you know what I mean?
That's it.
We had a direction. We took a path, you know what I mean?
So for everybody to be there now that everybody's on the team, and even then, dog, people are like hitting me up now, like, yo, do you have another space? You know what I mean? So I have like options now, and it's crazy to see where this all went.
Yeah.
Everybody was talking business. How are we going to level up for 2024? You know?
Exactly.
And I was not expecting
that.
You know what I mean?
That's the move. That's the move.
I went into the party thinking, we're going to let loose. We're going to have some fun. We're going to fucking enjoy ourselves.
Yeah.
But then we couldn't get away from talking business. We ended up talking business. We're asking, what moves we should make for the next year. How are we going to level up? What are we going to do? What are your goals and shit like that? So if you guys had a company meeting and you didn't talk about that shit, y'all doing it wrong.
Yeah. But I mean, I've been to company meetings where it's just let loose. But the boss is really not there. He probably shows up in the beginning and takes off real quick, and then lets everybody kind of just party their brains out.
Like me?
But yeah, this was different where like the squad, like I was cooking, we were like in it, you know what I mean? We were at the party, and then like I always have a focus on leveling up. So it was good to have everybody there in a chill mode, but also like, hey man, like let's be grateful for what we did this year, but let's level up and can't wait to go for 2024. Let's go, let's do something bigger and better and more precise. You know
we gotta grind like 24 in 24. So if you don't get that shit, we gotta grind like number 24 Kobe Bryant in the year of 24. So I just spit a bar right
like
there.
straight up. Like I follow a lot of his memes and all the videos you see of Kobe, but like stick to it. I fell off. I think one of his is definitely never give up, and I try to keep that mantra. But like, there's sometimes you just like tired, bro. You give up. You know what I mean? But if you keep the momentum of not giving up, that's like if you've been at work when they're like, we've had 365 days of no falls, no accidents at the workplace. Get the fuck out of here. Well, let's have that sign in your house and just put a board. I never gave up, and then just keep putting days as the days go by, and just add up those days of never giving up on all of your goals, man. Seriously. Everything that you do, just never give up. I'm gonna hit the gym again. I'm gonna try to get back to 5 days a week. That was like one of my best feeling. That's how I felt the best.
You said that you peaked at that point.
Yeah, I feel like I peaked at that point. So going to 5. So that's my goal. Like for 2024 is to get back to the 5 days, and then whatever comes around that. Like I know I have to get my business. So like it's like business, the 5 days, and then figure out what my rest of my week looks like, and keep build around that. I know that's my peak. So like once I get to that point, it's like can't stop me, dog. Can't stop me. I want to be that Terminator mode that I was at that point. Yeah, for sure.
What do you think kind of was like, because you say you want to get back to that?
Yeah.
What do you think the kind of
as an entrepreneur, this is entrepreneurship. It's entrepreneurship. If you're able to handle the pressure and the stress of being an entrepreneur, and I didn't, is having a business, you open one and it's successful and you're making money. That's great. You can proceed in scaling that business and hiring employees and doing all kinds of stuff, and that's your entrepreneurship that you follow, and that's the stresses and things that go along with that. For me, I kept the momentum the same way with my business, and then I started the podcast, and I had the podcast going, and it was really cool because it is a job. You research the guests, research what you want to say, and you kind of like have not like a schedule, but like what have an idea, and also like the time it takes to get here and shoot it and stuff like that. So it's a little bit of a job.
It is a job.
Yeah.
Like, to me, I always considered it work, dog,
right? Yeah, for sure.
At the end of the day, I'm taking time from work.
100. Yeah.
So like I gotta see it as work. You know what I'm saying?
So once I got to a level where I was doing the podcast, it was going great, and then I was doing the my business going great, and then started working out, figured out like that physical plus the mental meditation, and that was like unlocking like another level of like my clarity and shit like that. And then I took it a venture and tried to like open up that meal prep business, and it was an experience. And I'm not going to take it as a negative thing, but it's one of those paths that I took and I wasn't ready for it. You know what I mean? Like I wasn't strong enough, maybe financially, but it turned into a hole that I wasn't ready for, like the long term, right? Like you could throw money, and I honestly thought like by week 1 we start making money, but it's not that case. You know what I mean? You need to buy equipment, you need to, you know, get all kinds of like inventory and stuff like that. So, I mean,
but that's the kind of like to me, dog. That's the kind of belief you have to have in yourself.
And I did. That's what I'm saying. Like I was going, and I do. Yeah,
that's the thing. Like when you start off doing something, and you know, if you start off, I don't know if it's gonna work. It's for sure not gonna work.
It's for sure not gonna work. Yeah,
you know what I'm
sure.
saying? But if you start off and like Timeless said, you know, recapping, you got to be a little delusional with it. You got to believe in yourself so much that people looking at you and they're like, you're crazy. That's too much for you to take on.
So delusional is definitely part of it. I would say that's definitely a key part of it. Seriously, like it's delusional entrepreneurship, because you're just going and you have the vision and you're just going. Another preliminary to that is something that Joe DeBarber actually told me, man, and it rings a lot of sense. It's talking about re-engineering your goal. So like if my goal was to be a successful meal prep business, like you got to vision it. Like we talk about visioning our future self, like you vision it and then reverse engineer that, how the steps that it took to get to that point. You know what I mean? And I feel that a lot, because like I see the quality meal prep that sells in a refrigerator somewhere, and they're like, oh, Chef Clay meal, like boom, let me get that, and like they know it's good, they know it's gonna be healthy and all that stuff. So I see that, and I just got to reverse engineer, like how's it gonna work out that 16, 20, 50 gyms have a refrigerator with Chef Clay's meal preps in them. Right? And then I just got to reverse engineer, get to the point where I'm at right now, and then never give up. You know what I'm saying? Like never give up. Like keep going. And it's I say partnerships are hard, but it's like I'm always willing to do it myself. So I'm willing to like start the business myself and then partner with somebody who sees the potential. I like the idea of starting a business together, like and then, you know, but it involves a lot of paperwork. You know what I mean? I know if I get into another business, it's going to be, all right, your side of the business is this. My side, I produce this, and you sign here and I sign here. Okay. So day to day, I could be like, hey man, like this is where we're falling off. You're not doing this. Okay. Or I'm not doing this. I apologize. I'm coming through. You know what I mean? Because that's what a good partnership is. Because you can't just be a verbal agreement and expect each other to do these things. You know, you expecting people and partners in the business to do stuff is not the way to do business. It's got to be cut and dry each day. You know what I mean? Like where we at financially, where we at production wise, where we at like employee wise and stuff like that, and always on the same page. Even if you're running 3 businesses, you have 5 businesses, I have 5 businesses, we come together, we just know, hey, okay, cool. You know what I mean? It's
regardless of whatever.
Yeah, regardless. Yeah, you have to. When we're talking business here, it's got to be. This is the numbers, and this is, you know. And if it's not, and it's like, oh, I think it's this, I think it's that, then it's not gonna work. It doesn't work like that. It really has to be precise, and I recommend you be precise, especially when you have more than one business, because that only helps you be more successful. You know what I mean? If you're got wishy-washy numbers, using paper and pencil and kind of, you know, money here, and you know, it's not going to work. That's not the way to do business. You know what I mean? Start with a business plan, do your partnership. If it's a partnership, make an agenda of what you guys are going to do, and then go forth. I just recommend that for business. If it's not like me and you, like we do in the podcast, we started the podcast and just, hey, this is our negotiation. You're going to do this. I'm going to do that. Bet. We showed up every week and we did what we did. You know what I'm saying? Like we both felt a couple times I got a little busy and didn't make some videos, but in the end we produced, you know what I mean? We did the most we could for the business that we have, you know what I mean? And here we are, man. Seriously, like 150 followers on YouTube. We got 1,000 likes, or I'm sorry, 1,000 views on our videos now. Talking about a recap, I remember in those days of episode 1 and 2, like we were like, man, we got to get 500 views, bro. We got to get 500 views. What are we going to get? What are we going to do?
And we still owe the goddamn fucking public
maybe that'll be our
ice bath.
Yo, season 2.
That's the intro.
Yeah. Season 2 intro is us doing the ice bath.
Off the rip. We might even need to come in and do that shit.
We're prolonging it so we get some heat.
Yeah, bro, because it's cold as fuck.
Yeah, it's cold as fuck, dude.
But like, you know, just to see the growth, you know, we were talking before the pre-show or whatever, and you know, even we stand up a little bit taller, dog. You know what I mean? We walk with a little bit more confidence, and we have, you know, a little bit more in us to say, like, yeah, we are that person. We are him. Yeah. Because you know, starting from where we started from. We're both in a rut, kind of. Mm-hmm. We're both kind of breaking out of that eggshell of like the entrepreneur world or whatever. Especially myself. I talk about myself because it's like, I want you guys to see that, you know, it is possible. You know, it's the hard work, the consistency, the discipline, the routine that you have to set for yourself. All that shit is in combination with what you need to do to be the highest form of yourself, to be the best entrepreneur that you can be. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? You need all these things. You need a partner like Chef that's gonna fucking push you and help you and you know, do things as well in his aspect of business to level up, so you can kind of feed off each other. So every time you level up, I'm like, I gotta do something.
But the dedication,
I do something, you do something.
But another thing that you bring was dedication, though. It's like, I'm gonna put down. It wasn't like, you know what I mean, like maybe and then maybe. It was like boom, from day one. You're like, I'm down. I'll be here every Tuesday. We're gonna make it happen. Like boom, and so like that's that dedication that you need that too. That's another fucking key factor. So. Dude, seriously, like, it's been a good partnership, dude. Seriously, like 100, dude. That's why I want to, like,
and it's gonna continue, dog. You know what I'm saying?
100. That's why I want to regroup, because I don't want it to end. You know what I mean? Because like it is an option. Just be like, you know what? Like, it's not working like financially. Let me figure it out when I can do it again. It's like, no, I'm just gonna take a couple of months off, regroup, because like I have a lot of goals that I want to go to with my personal, my number one premier business. Let me do that. And then come back. You know what I mean? That's all it is. And honestly, like it's good because you're about to have a son, bro. You're about to have a baby, bro.
A baby boy. I'm sorry for burping on the thing. But you know, like we were talking in pre-show, all that. I didn't want to be the one to bring up the break or you know, the pause. We got to film shit for the next season. You know what I'm saying? But like, I didn't even want to think that, because in my spirit, in my entrepreneur spirit, dog, like whether I have a kid or not, like I was gonna try to make it work.
Yeah.
You know what I'm
saying?
Sure. Yeah. If it's maybe it's not Tuesday, maybe Wednesdays, you know, let's work. You know what I'm saying? But I was still in that mode of like, all right, I still got this responsibility, I still got this commitment, because you know, to me, commitments are, you know, a big thing for me. Like in the past, I was really known as, you know, flaky and like, he doesn't really come through or shit like that. So for me to have a commitment, it even comes down to my own personal business. Like once I set you up in the book, even if I don't want to necessarily do it that day, I have to show up. It's a commitment that you made to me.
Right, bet.
And I'm making it to you. So, you know, it's like coincidentally goes together. But that's one of the things that I want to focus on more is, you know, just meeting my commitments 100%. When I say I'm going to do something, I'm going to do it. So with this, you know, till next season, it kind of came in at the perfect time, because I was telling you, know, I'm having a son, and as you know, it gets hard. You know what I mean? It's hard to work around the schedule. It's hard to, you know, he's going to need a lot of time, and I understand that, and maybe I don't really 100% grasp that yet. Because he's not here.
Yeah, he's not.
It's my first time.
Yeah, I have 3, so I'm laughing because like it's just I can't tell you, I can't prepare you for it. Like that book, what's it? What to expect when you're expecting or whatever. Did you read the book, bro?
No.
Read the book, fucker.
The books, man.
Read the book, fucker.
Shit, man. I'm just going off of fucking. I'm just put me in. I'm the type that just put me in and I'll fucking learn as I go. But
exactly, you know. Yeah, and you will if you do though. If you kick back playing video, I bet you the first baby. I was playing a lot of video games. I can't cap, bro. But I learned eventually like how to make do diapers and feed and all that stuff. Yeah,
like to me that shit's like not even. It's whatever, dog. Because I mean, he has to get fed, he has to get changed, he has to be washed, he has to be looked after. Yeah, you have to pay a lot of attention. Yeah, to me, it's just the time, how it's gonna be stretched. You know what I mean? How thin is my timeline gonna be? Because I have a business that's fucking has 8 other motherfuckers. You know, I'm trying to level up. Yeah, I'm trying to get another spot. I'm trying to do something else. The Grind2Hard, I still want to keep doing this. You know, me and the boys were talking about apparel, possibly putting out a line out. You know what I'm saying? So I'm trying to see like where the fuck is my priorities, my son, but where all around this shit is, where is it gonna fit? You know what I'm saying? So right now I'm just I wish he could just be here already, because that way I'll know what my day's looking on a day to day and how am I looking, you know, week to week and shit like that. So, but we'll be back in March, man. Like I said, ready to go, ready to fucking another version of ourselves. If this is 2.0, the next one's gonna be fucking, you know, 3.0 and shit. So we gotta get there, dog. You know what I mean? It's not gonna stop and shit.
No, for sure. I think this has been like the best thing that ever happened to me, because like you talk about that we walk different. It's just the advice that I give everybody when you're going through something, like you're feeling lonely or you're depressed or you just, you know, got something bothering you that just you can't get off, you know, it's a monkey on your back. You need to find something to succeed in. And if it's not, like, it could be anything, like not podcasting, could be drawing, painting, it could be catching butterflies. But the thing is, if it makes you happy and it's your passion, it releases your soul, you know what I'm saying? And it opens up like yourself to being happier, you know what I mean? And not letting all that negativity hold you down and stuff like that. So just find something to succeed in. YouTube, I mean, there's so many YouTubers that just show what they do. There's people that just collect Ninja Turtles and they show all their pristine Ninja Turtles, and they have such a passion for it, and then they find a community that are also passionate for it, and then you get that confidence, you know what I mean? You feel a sense of success that somebody else out there, you know, understands you. You're not just one person in the fucking world and shit like that.
Right.
So I just recommend the finding something to succeed in, because as I came week to week, I just felt more and more confident, like not that, oh, there's a million people watching me, but more like I'm talking to a mic, and I feel like it's poignant. Like if people listen to what I have to say, like, and the experiences that I've gone through, like they'll help them their life. You know what I mean? Like, because it hasn't been easy for me. You know what I'm saying? And I don't know what other people have gone through, but I know hearing my story will give you a little bit of boost. Like, man, I can do it. You know what I'm saying? Like if Clay kind of been through that, and now he's Chef Clay, and he's gotten his dreams, he's like, I can do it too. You know what I mean? Yeah. And so seriously, like
this mic right here, dog, and these headphones have like magic, dog. You know what I'm saying?
Therapy for us. It's therapy for us.
When I fucking put them on and I'm in front of this mic, dog, it's, you know, the sky's the limit to me, bro. And, you know, when I was younger, in high school and shit like that, I really wanted to be a rapper, dog. That was my main, like, I really wanted to rap. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? And I always tell them, I want to be in the studio. One day I'm going to be in the studio. I'm in the studio now, not rapping.
Yeah.
But I'm spitting bars on like life.
On life, yeah, exactly.
Life, you know what I'm saying? And the journey of what it took for me to get here, and all the downfalls and my dark past, and you know what I mean? A lot of it was self-infliction, dog. I put myself through a lot of shit. But I'm here now saying, you know, that dude's done. He's dead. So this will probably be the last time. Yeah, we're writing
our own story now.
This will probably
be
the last time that I speak on that negative Vic. You know, he's gone. He's done. There is no more.
Yeah.
So here going forward, it gives me that amp to be like, yo, you got to show these fools, you got to show these viewers, and you got to show everybody around you that, you know, you can be successful, and that you can also come from the shit and clean yourself off and step on that stage and fucking look like $1 million.
You can. I mean? Yeah, you can. You seriously can. Yeah, seriously. Like our momentum is great. Like we also, like, that's the thing. Like when you actually take the time to create something, and then day to day consistently like put work into it, when you get to this point, you're like, damn, like you're gonna make sure it works. You're gonna take care of it. You know what I'm saying? Like it's something that you actually built. You know what I'm saying? Like out of nothing. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. So yeah, it's definitely a positive in my life. So like the podcast has been great. Plus all the guests, man. I was just rolling through all the guests that we fucking had on the show.
Who was our first guest?
Sauce Gotti, you remember that, dog?
Sauce Gotti, yeah. I know that.
Episode 11. Yeah, the first guest, Sauce Gotti. We invited him because he was following. We had 10 episodes, and he was actually fucking with us, man. He would.
Sauce was probably one of the first fan.
Yeah, no, for sure. Yeah. That's why we invited him. Had him sit in the seat, man, because like he was a fan watching us, and then I had to watch him, and then I'm seeing him like wake up consistently 6 a.m. going to the gym.
He's still at it to this day.
Yeah, he's still at it. Exactly.
You want to talk about consistency, man? Shout out Sauce Gotti, bro, because you stay on your shit, bro.
And congratulations, man. He just proposed to his lady, dude. I think they're gonna get married and all that. That's so, man, he's had a good year, man. He's had a good year. Stay positive, man. Keep going. You motherfucker. That was a good episode because it was a good introduction to having guests, because we wanted entrepreneurs that were motivated, and actually he's fucking proof in the pudding, man. you know, like stay consistent and keep going. You know what I'm saying?
You know, like we talk about, we've talked about in the past how we want to kind of maybe for season 2 bring that, you know, some of the guests that we had on and see where they're at now. If they've actually leveled up or if they've, you know what I mean? Hopefully, I mean, I hope that each and every guest that we've had on is doing big things. I know the singer,
Victoria Silk,
her album's dropping.
Yeah. Well, and then she did a video. Yeah, she did a video for her last one, Never Great.
And she did a music video. So you know what I mean? Like I'm not, obviously the work that they're doing individually is they're leveling up because of that.
Right.
I'm not gonna say because of Grind2Hard.
No. But these are people that we respect, that we put on the show, that we wanted to hear their story.
To witness it, and we were there before these other fucking opportunities come up. So it's like, yo, it's dope for me to see that shit, dog. It's crazy.
Then after Sauce, we had like a couple episodes without a guest, but we had Suicidal Thoughts. Remember when we let go of some of that? Suicidal Thoughts, that episode. And then Can't Stop, Won't Stop. We had Politics as Usual. We went to episode 10. Dang.
Suicidal Thoughts. I want to touch in a little bit on that, man. Yeah? Because we just lost a barber, dog, in the industry.
Oh, damn. Yeah, I heard about that.
He's a young cat, bro. And, you know, I was blessed enough to come across him. I worked with him at...
It just happened a couple of days ago, right?
Trendsetters. Let me find his page real quick.
But it's happened. It was Jam's friend, right? Or you knew him too?
I knew him as well, dog, because I worked with him at Trendsetters for a little bit. His name is Jacob. I just want to make sure I get his last name correctly because I don't want to fuck it up. His name was Jacob Santayo, and it's crazy, bro, because. His profile pic is actually in the bathroom at Drip Studio.
No, stop playing.
Swear to God. Look.
Oh, man.
Yeah, man. So he, you know, I don't know what happened, bro. I'm sure there is some sort of, you know, something mentally going on there. But, you know...
Yeah, from the comments, it said that he lit up the plate everybody was at. Like, he's a funny guy.
Yeah,
like,
he was a funny guy, dog.
Stuff like that.
He stopped by the Drip Studio, you know, once everybody was there, Jam and Mike. Gucci Mike is really good friends with him. Jam was his manager. And, you know what I mean? To me, it's kind of like, bro, you would have not seen him, talking to him, fucking around with him. You would not even think that, you know, he was going through something. It's crazy to think that, you know, his high school English teacher is my girl. Yeah.
Damn.
Yeah.
Dude.
So, shout out to fucking Jacob Santayo, man, his family. My condolences for your loss.
Yeah, our condolences.
I don't want to really speak too much on it because I didn't have a relationship with him like that. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So, but the end of the moral of the story is that if you're going through something, no matter how dark it is, no matter how fucking deep you feel like you're in it, you have to talk about it.
Yeah.
You have to fucking talk about it, yo. To my team, you know, Jam, Alex, Mike, Lou, Baby, Frankie, Chef.
Yeah.
If you motherfuckers are going through something, just know that I've probably gone through worse, and I probably have gone through it the same too. So you always can depend on me. You can always call me. You can always text me. You can always, I need to talk. You know what I'm saying? You don't ever think for a fucking minute in your life that you don't have somebody to talk to.
Yeah, bet.
Because that's the only way that you're going to be able to overcome that, at least for that day.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So...
Yeah, shout out you and Paul, because like throughout the year I had a couple times that I was falling, and I just kind of told you guys, hey, this is what's going on, and then you guys both helped me out, and I appreciate both of y'all, because like I don't get like too depressed, but like shit bothers me, and like I'll be alone, but like it's cool to have somebody to be like, hey, you know what, this is fucking bothering me, and then as you're saying, hey, this fucking shit is bothering me out loud, and somebody's actually listening. It helps, bro. It helps, and you're like, God damn, like why am I even worried about that? That's like, you know what I mean? Like,
yeah.
You know what I mean? So there's so many people out there, and I just recommend, like, I know you could be low and sometimes, but like to give that little bit of momentum, grab somebody that loves you or that you think loves you. Just grab them by the fucking arm. Tell them, seriously, like, I got something going on. Let me talk to you, bro. Yeah. And that's gonna help you, man. Seriously, like, you just do it. Just do it. Because there's 1,000 people out there that love you. Like, and I know there's some people that you think don't love you, like, you're alone, but like there's some people out there that will take the time and listen to what you have to say, dog.
Yeah. You know what's crazy, dog, is that you know, when he passed away or whatever, I'm pretty sure he left with the notion that, you know, I don't have anybody. But I wish he could have maybe retrospectively fucking seen all the posts. Everybody posting you, dog. Yeah. Everybody loving you. Everybody caring for you. If he would have fucking seen that before, you know, what happened, maybe it wouldn't have happened. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So you know, you gotta fucking, you know, talk about it, man. You know, mentally.
It's tough because depression's a blanket. Like, I don't know, it's a blanket. You know what I mean? You don't want to talk. You don't realize the thing that's gonna help you is one thing that you don't want to do. You know what I mean? Like, so. Yeah, it's tough, man. Shout out to anybody that's going through it. We're here too. If you want us to talk, hit us in the DM. We got nothing but time for that, for sure.
915, yo, Drip Studio, 915, fucking Grind2Hard.
Yep.
Keeping it PC, Chef Clay.
Yeah.
Yo, I don't give a fuck, man. If you don't even know me, it's better that way. If you don't know somebody and you just spilling your guts to them, you probably not even never gonna see him again. That's why I think the hotline is there. You know, the suicidal hotline and shit like that. So. Yo, hopefully Paul posts that shit up again at the end of the episode, dog, because I mean, it's real, dog. It's real.
Yeah, and for sure.
It hit close to home this time because
Barber community.
I just seen this motherfucker like 3 weeks ago. You know what I'm saying? So, yo, shout out to his family, man. For real, shout out to his girl. He just had a baby girl. So, prayers to them, man.
So, just to get back, we were at the next guest we had this year. Shout out Nadine and Vic from Dia de los Pescados. They invited us in the restaurant. Remember, we posted up. Paul went over there and posted up. We did a video. It seems like yesterday, honestly. Like, it seems like we did that like last week, bro.
Time fucking is.
That was 6 months ago.
Time flies so fucking bad.
That was 6 months ago.
Time flies so
actually,
fucking fast.
And I'm not even bullshitting. That's like a fresh memory in my mind, dude. Like, we did that last week.
You know, to me, what sticks to me is the time we did the interviews, dog. Like, when I was telling you how I found that passion and shit, how. And honestly,
where was that in the timeline?
That was like episode 4. It was pretty new. It was
probably
like weeks of knowing you and shit.
Because
that was in May.
I don't know, man. But either way, that was when I remember when I showed up, because like I had invited you and I told you, hey, let's see if we can make it happen, and then they said it was cool. I set up a table, and then I was like, where you at? I'm like, I'm interviewing. You're over there fucking interviewing. I'm like, damn. This motherfucker's on it, dude. You know, I thought you were just gonna show up late, or like you were. In my mind, I was gonna set up another table right next to mine, and then like have us like there just as people pass by, like, hey, check out our podcast, you know. But you were already in the fucking streets, like talking, interviewing people, and like you got on like 3 buses, right, and interviewed people, and that was cool, dude. That was cool. We only put that on the page though, or we need to post that.
We need to post that again,
or do that again, bro. You know what I mean? Like, just go to an event and just
or just pull out the mic. Local businesses, dog. Like I was doing when I had Old Boy there with me, dog. I went to fucking the shoe store. I interviewed them and you know, got a cool little video out of it and shit. Repping Grind2Hard and shit like that. And yo, that's something that, you know, I did fall off on. Not gonna lie. I'm here, you know, saying that, taking
I think
responsibility for that.
I think if I gifted you a microphone that you could plug in your phone though, dude. That's what I'm saying, dog. That'd be the perfect gift for you.
Yo.
Hell yeah, dude. Just anybody in the studio, or if you're fucking at an event. You ever think about going to a barber event, like representing Drip Studio?
Yeah, for sure.
Hell yeah. Do that shit, dog.
We gotta do. Well, you know what? We had a Rex in here.
Shout out Rex.
Shout out. What is his brand?
I'll check. I'll pull it up real quick. Rex Media Creations.
Rex Media Creations, man. He came in today kind of spitballing a little bit of what we want to go, how
talking
we want
business, talking
business, you know what I'm saying? And you know, talking about where we want to go with the 24, you know what I mean? What are we trying to do? What are we trying to do during the break? And so just because we're not going to be in the studio during those 2 months doesn't mean that you're not going to see Grind2Hard.
No, that's what I'm saying.
That we personally aren't going to be coming to the studio. Maybe we will, but you're still going to see Grind2Hard reels. You're still going to see, you know, the message that we're spitting out up until we get back in the studio.
Until we start season 2 in March.
Yeah, season 2 in March. But we were talking to him, and he was talking to us about the event that he's having at the end of January with a local barber and barbershop owner, Jay Clipper Hands. Yo, shout out Jay. Shout out Clipper Hands. He has a fuckload of barbershops, man. This dude is like, when we was talking about how we should take someone to kind of son us in the industry and someone to help us, a mentor or whatever. I was really talking about him.
Oh yeah?
I was talking about him because I feel like I got the hustle down. That's easy to me, dog. I'm a fucking hustler.
Yeah, I bet.
I'm a hard worker. I'm a hustler. I'm a visionary. But in the business side of things, I do lack. There's some stuff that I don't know about. I don't know how to necessarily maybe get a business loan, or how to go about getting a business loan, or how to go about, my financials and shit like that. And that class is when they're having it in January, that's what they're going to be talking about. So I'm definitely going to be there because, that's something that I'm not a big reader, dog. I'm not a big book guy.
Me neither. I do audibles all the time.
So I need to hear it. You know what I mean? I need to hear it told to me. So I'm definitely going to go to that class and be repping. I'm going to have my fucking Grind2Hard shirt on. Doing interviews and shit. So, like I said, we're still going to be pumping out
content. Yeah, for sure. Who then you invited your boy G.
Man.
Humble. We had Humble episode 13.
Yeah, man. Next.
We had the next one that only God can judge me.
You know what? Yo, shout out G, bro. I want to shout him out, man, because, we come from the same place. He started off doing call centers and he had that managerial background where he was running a team, and he used those skills to do what he does now. Yeah. Shout out G and Big Ben's drive-thru, man. Shout those motherfuckers.
Oh, Northeast, yeah. If y'all in the Northeast, check that shit out. 14, we had Only God Can Judge Me. That was your boy
Matthew
Matt
Valles,
owner
of Blue Panda Tattoo. This
shout out
dude
Blue
was
Panda.
like the godliest person I've ever fucking interviewed in my life, bro. He really opened up that the spirituality of it. You know what I mean? And it does come as an entrepreneur. You need everything that we just said: discipline and hard work and all this shit. But you also have to believe in your higher power. I'm not gonna say God or Jesus Christ because everybody has their different. But you have to believe in something higher than you.
Yeah, and from that episode, after that episode, every day that I was like, man, I'm just gonna kick back, man. It's been a long day. I would be chilling, and I'd be like, Matthew's probably drawing right now. This motherfucker. So I need to. Let me make a reel, or let me fucking sit up straight and fucking stop being a lazy ass and shit like that. So that was a good episode. I needed to hear that. It was his insight on his religion and his insight on his drive. Those were two good things I got out of that episode for sure. And then 15 was Back to Basics. Had another episode just talking to me and you. Southern Hospitality.
Oh, we had G the Barber.
Oh, G the Barber. I couldn't see it. Yeah, G the Barber. Man, that guy's moving, dog. That's crazy. Oh shit. Yeah. It's just moving. Yeah, he's doing another raffle, and I don't know, man. He just got it. He got the swag on the social media, man.
Yeah, he does, man. And to me, I feel like he was one of the first ones that started doing the real game as a barber.
We talked about that on the show too. Yeah, I remember.
You know what I'm saying? So I feel that's where a lot of his popularity comes from, is because he just hit it
and never stopped. Yeah, he talked about he puts content on every day. He puts
content every day, 3 times a day.
Yeah,
and I don't know if you know or whatever, but putting content out 3 times a day, that shit's tough, bro. You know what I'm saying? Especially content that valuable content. I want to say you can put something out. Whatever, but valuable.
So
content.
There's entrepreneurs, and I'll shout out Gary V because I always do. But I mean, he says
you gotta get that motherfucker.
Right? Yeah, you definitely get it on the show, man. But seriously, he always talks about don't spend so much time in the value of what you're putting out. Just put it out. Keep putting out content. Keep putting out content. Make sure your goal is the 3 a day, or whatever your goal is, 5 a day. Hit every LinkedIn, YouTube, TikTok, all those. And it's you hear the information and you just choose to because I do the same thing. I'll be making a video, I'll be like, nah, I'll put it up tomorrow because I'm gonna edit it more. It's nah, finish it up, send that shit out, and post it. It doesn't have to be perfect. You know what I mean? Just post it. So
yeah,
that's advice.
I feel that. Yeah. I felt that because the day we did the dinner, I did a quick reel. Yeah. And usually I go in there and edit it and put the fucking in between and music and all that shit. So I did it just quickly. Yeah. I just knocked it out. And that's one of my most viewed videos right now.
That's what I'm saying. Yeah.
You know, exactly. Which is crazy. Yeah. It has nothing to do with fucking what we talk about. It's just us eating and having a good time. Yeah. But it's what people want to see.
Yeah. You know, and I worry about, like, honestly, like the titles, like, oh, I want it to look all a certain way, you know what I mean? And, you know, my stories, but it's like, nah, just keep putting out content. Like, and I do that now. Like with my stories, if I'm doing something with food, I just make sure and put it, if I'm at a restaurant or wherever, it has to do with food. I have to post a story. I'm good with the stories, but everything else I kind of lack. And I'll be looking at my stories sometimes like, God, I need to post more. Where did we go after that? We were at Southern Hospitality, Slippin'. We didn't have nobody there. We had Brick by Brick. We had Travis come on, talked about his businesses. He did the Airbnb and stuff like that.
That's right, Brick by Brick. I forgot about that dude, man. I always run into him randomly, bro.
Do you really?
Yeah, I do. I think he lives like by my area and shit.
On the east side?
On the east side, far east. I'm always running into him at the fucking Walmart, and we're always there fucking like, I got hands full of shit, and we're just there fucking talking. But that's a cool ass motherfucker, man. His ideas are like outside the box, definitely. I know he's renting out his crib, his backyard for his parties and shit like that and events and stuff like that. So I never would have even thought about that in a million years to do something like that. But you know, I can definitely see people jumping on his bandwagon and trying to copy his idea. Yeah. So he's an innovator too, man. Shout out Travis, yeah, for sure. Shout out Trav.
But he had that balloon business, and he had
the balloon business, table business, construction. Yeah. Motherfucker works at Costco. Yeah. I don't know how this dude probably sleeps like 2 hours a night, bro.
Right. For real. Yeah, and because he still wants to get a couple beers in before he fucking shuts those eyes. He's a grinder, man. True. That's a grinder for sure.
That's true.
Protect your neck. I think we were. I forgot Chef Olivares. Right after Travis, we had Chef Olivares from Lola Rose.
Oh, that's right. Yeah. Lola Rose.
That was a cool chef to have on. His story was really neat because he talked about how he lived in New York. Oof. That was really cool, man. That's like like as a chef, like you hear about things like that, like especially New York, or like when my chef that I learned, Chef Cliff, he lived in Italy for a little while, and that's where he learned. You know, so like, learning that culture is a big deal. So like I think when he went over there, saw the rich culture and the cuisine that he was making over there, like he thankfully like brought it back to El Paso.
Is that like the one of the biggest goals as a chef? Is cooking in New York, cooking in Italy, France, and
it's like if you were building a character in a game, it's like as you work in a restaurant, you're learning something, and it's like you're adding something. Like okay, either you worked for a chef or you learn this technique, or saute, grill, or you're expo. You're very confident sous chef. So as you go in, so it's like. Going to New York is just that accolade, you know what I mean? That you want to add to your character, you know what I mean? Like, because you're more confident. Because the ultimate thing is having a restaurant with your name, like Stella Di Mare with Chef Clay, you know what I mean? Like that would be the ultimate, and then I'm producing all my food from all that experience. That would be to me what the ultimate like goal of a chef or a dream of a chef. So like I always have that on the back burner in a way because I always wonder because like even Chef Bourdain would say personal chefs are like the bitch of chefs, you know what I mean? And I'm like why? Okay. I'm like why? You know what I mean? Like he didn't say that, but I mean I think he's like on the bottom of the totem pole, personal chefs, because we're in the air conditioning all day. We just walk in with our knives, we cook the food. We're not in no kind of stress other than like serving at a certain time, and it's actually like kind of easy. You know what I mean?
A little bit more.
Yeah, relaxed. But like at the same time though, I don't have my name on a restaurant. You know what I mean? Like I don't have that prestige or that it's still there. Like it's still like I have an empty dream in a way. Yeah. So it's one of those things. It's just kind of different. You know what I mean? But I think the dream of owning a restaurant is probably the top for a chef. Yeah, true. Like being the premier chef of a restaurant.
Okay.
Yeah.
I think it's similar to barbers, dog. It's like it's either you own your own shop. That's the goal.
Yeah.
And then I think the goal following that would be like to cut up somebody famous to be like a celebrity barber, to be able to travel and do what you do, because the barber game still is kind of lacking in that, where it's like you have like one top celebrity barber.
Oh, Barber Hands, or what's his name?
Marcus.
Oh, true.
But
shout out Marcus.
Shout out Marcus.
At least they give us a call back. That's what
to me, dog.
At least he like said, nah, man.
I just kind of have this like, I don't know, bro. You know, I understand. Like, he's in town, and the last thing he wants to do is sit down and talk about...
Drive over here. And
I understand. I get it. You're with your family and shit like that. But to me, I would hope that, you know, you want to give back to your community.
We'll have to get him on FaceTime or something. We'll get him on something.
But I mean, to me, at least it's a back and forth, you know what I mean?
Yeah,
we're having a conversation, maybe building
eventually
a relationship
it's gonna happen, bro.
So, you know, it'll happen eventually, dog. Yo, shout out Marcus, man. Shout out MP. We see what you're
seriously,
doing, dog.
Yeah,
we
seriously.
love what you're doing, bro.
Fresheristic.
Keep it up, man. You know what I'm saying? You are the goal. You know, we see you, barbers from El Paso, especially. You're from El Paso. We see you, and we want to emulate you, dog. We want to be you. So if you could just lend a hand, a voice, just for like 15 minutes, dog.
15,
you know what I'm
15,
saying? That's
15.
all it takes, bro. Give back to your community, dog.
Bet. So Chef Olivares opened our eyes on that. For me as a chef, that was cool talking to him. And then the manager of Lola Rose was gracious enough to come by. Carlos, he stopped by, talked about his life after death situation.
That was cool because I remember him talking about the heart attack that he had.
Exactly. Yeah.
And that's why we named it Life After Death, because I remember him telling us that after he had the heart attack, he just, you know, went harder.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
You thought
his people told him to chill. Yeah.
You think he was gonna chill.
Yeah.
But you just go harder.
Yeah, exactly. You don't let that hold you back. Yeah. Shit. Hell yeah. Whew.
We had some fucking
inspiration. Yeah,
guests,
definitely.
Dog.
And then we had Ricky Maynes over at the gym.
Savage Academy. Savage Academy.
Hell yeah! Shout out Savage. That motherfucker let us in the gym. He told us his story, man. He
kicked my ass.
When we did that kickboxing session, that was pretty dope. Got that on film. That was a good episode. That was really like one of those episodes that I was like, this is like I want every episode to be like this. You know what I mean? This is like the benchmark, because like we go to the entrepreneur's place, we see what he does and what he built, and then he talks about his story, how he built it.
You know what I mean?
And then we see how they built it. You know, they tell the story, and then he gave us a bunch of gems, man, about like, you know, life and entrepreneurship. So
vibrations,
for sure, for sure, man. That was a good episode. Bring the pain. Nothing.
That was I think that's the one you did on your own.
Oh shit, with Miker.
Yeah.
Were you, I forget where you were, but did we get you on the phone? I think you were, or no, one of the ones we got you on the phone.
I think that day I had gotten I was sick as fuck, bro. So I didn't want to come in and give anybody, you know, the
I was sick, yeah. Well, yeah, that was good. Bring the pain. That was one of our first episodes that got past 500. No, stop it. That one we did, Protect Your Neck, actually did 1,000. Yeah, everything else was 100 or 200 up to that point, and then we had Protect Your Neck go 1,000, and then all of a sudden we did Ricky 400, and then Bring the Pain 800, and then we got back to we did Drip.
The Drip Squad.
Drip Squad. Shout out Drip Squad.
Yo, shout out to Drip Squad, bro. That was like one of my favorite episodes because obviously it was at Drip Studio. You know what I'm saying? And the first thing that people would ask me when they joined the team was, when am I going to be on the podcast? So, you know, I mean, it was cool to kind of bless everybody with that and kind of give them, you know, a voice too.
For sure, yeah.
You know, a lot of them were amped up like, yeah, I should be on a podcast.
Yeah, Almighty, I remember him telling the story. He kept going on about his story, man. He had something to say.
How about that speech Almighty gave on Saturday, bro? Did you remember?
Vaguely. Sorry. I apologize. Yeah.
Yo, my boy was swerving, bro.
Yeah, he was.
But I think out of everybody that gave a speech, Almighty literally took the time to go and say.
Yeah, he did. I do remember. Yeah, I apologize.
Everybody's blessing on how they blessed him.
Yeah, bet.
You know what I mean? So shout out Almighty, man. This motherfucker, if he could zone in and he could stay locked in and consistently stay locked in, he's going to be a beast. He's going to be an inspiration to inspire others too.
Yeah, for sure.
So shout out Almighty, bro. That's my dog, man. That's one of, you know, Jam's my right hand. That's probably my left hand, dog. Shout out Drip Studio.
Shout out Drip Studio. That was a fucking badass episode, bro. We were at your spot, dude. Like I told you, we were going to the entrepreneur, and then hearing the story. You know what I'm saying? Like you built the squad up to that. You know what I mean? And you have 2 tattoo artists. You have the retrofit in the vintage store, and then you got your barbers, man. That's fucking good shit, dude.
It was a good show, man. That's one of my favorite ones for sure.
Levels, Getting It, Big Motion.
Those are all by ourselves.
Yeah, Real We Stay, and then we brought Breezy.
Breezy, that was the guest after that.
Yeah.
Shout out Breezy.
Was, Lord, give me a sign.
Another spiritual guy, man. You know what I mean?
Episode 30.
At the time, I think he was going through something with it. His mom was in the hospital.
Right.
She was going through something, and literally just mid episode started praying. We started praying together and shit. Yeah. And I think she's doing better now, though.
Good to hear, man. Good to hear. Shout out Breezy, man. Because
shout out Breezy. Shout out Pepe's Barbershop, man. I know right now. I think he's doing some like
realty, right?
Real estate.
Yeah.
He's buying houses.
Making moves,
dog. So that's always good to see that the people that we fucking interviewed are doing bigger and better things, man. That's what we want. That's what we look for. So that's dope, man.
Yeah. Speaking of people getting motivated by our podcast, we had Christmas after that, dude. Christmas, dude. That was a good episode. He's got a fucking story, man. That guy went from rags to riches, bro. He's doing good, man. I like that shit.
He's a good cat, man. Like, you know, I can't really talk shit about him, man. Even with the I want to say
the thing is, like, what's crazy is he's my client, and then we got him on the podcast until he told his story, and then it was just like a different view. It was a different aspect. Now it's like I got to know him a little bit better, you know.
And I feel like after our podcast, he started doing a lot more.
Yeah. He realized the potential of his podcast. He realized the potential of his podcast for sure.
Growth, you know what I mean? That's I'm not gonna hate on it, dog. I love to see that shit, man. I'm not gonna hate on growth.
And with his clout, he knows what he could do. You know what I'm saying? I'm glad we put in the time over here. That was at 31, 32. Okay, so 31, and then at 32 we had Chef Simeon Davis.
Another one.
Yeah.
Started off at Lola Rose. Now head chef at Legends.
Yes, sir.
Like I'm saying, bro. Like everybody that we touched.
He's opening another restaurant. That's like another. That was a springboard. Like the Lola. I think he was doing a lot of things, including Lola Rose, and then he started this bar, which was a springboard to the restaurant he's gonna open up soon. Or Aura. I think Aura is the name of it. Aura. Okay, yeah. Okay, something like that. That's what's up. Bud. That's what's up. Yeah, man. He's doing it, man. These are grinders right here, man. All these fucking dudes. Next was your boy Daniel. Shout out Daniel Loza, the motherfucking Daniel Loza, the busy body massage.
Busy body, dog. Yo, this boy, honestly, man, set us up. He plugged us in with Powerhouse.
Yeah.
So if it wasn't for him, we wouldn't have been able to go to Powerhouse and do the interview there. Yeah. And we actually had the chance to see the gym before anybody else saw that motherfucker, dog.
Yeah.
You know, I picked up a couple 35s and curled them and shit. But it was dope to, you know, how he knew it. He realized that we helped him out with his business. So he was just throwing the alley-oop to us. And like, yo, would you be interested in doing a podcast at Powerhouse?
Yeah.
Hell yeah. Knock it in.
Thank you for that. Yeah, shout out Daniel. That was a good business, man. Really good guy. And I see him flourishing in the future for real. Because he's like got the eye for the entrepreneurship. Like he wants to, you know, do whatever it takes. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, that's what it is.
For sure. Definitely. But it's another one that's kind of, in retrospect, was pretty cool because let's say about 2015 maybe, or 14. I'm working in the food court at Costco, and he walks in, and he just like, food court, like you could tell, because that's the way Costco was. Like they would just put you wherever. It's not like your job is, oh, you're good at this, we'll put you here. It's like they just put you wherever. You get a job and you work. And so he was
wherever you're needed.
So he's in the food court and he's like, fuck this. You could tell like every day he'd be like, I'm not doing food, but like this, you know, like so. But he had his eye on, you know, kind of moving up at Costco. And then at a certain point when he figured out like, nah, I ain't trying to move up at Costco no more, he started figuring it out, and he went to school for massage, and then he opened up his business. So he's on that track. Yeah, he's on that right track.
And just to go back a little bit, dog, when I started cutting up Danny, you know, he didn't always know that he wanted to be a masseuse.
Oh no!
You know, he would talk to me about being a barber. Like, yo, what does it take?
A barber?
Yeah.
Oh shit.
On God.
Oh shit.
You know, he's like, what do I need to do, bro? I think he saw the money in it, and he realized that, you know, he does have the grind. He has a hustle. So for him to implement into the barber game would be easy for him.
Right.
You know, I was kind of coaching him a little, like, look, you got to do this, you got to do this, you got to do that, so whatever. He found his niche. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. So seeing him go to Lost and being like, I just want to get into something.
Yeah.
I got the hustle. Help me. He found his niche, which was a blessing to me because not some people get into the barber game because of the money. Oh, let me just be a barber for now and makes this quick money. That's the wrong reason to get into something. You have to have the passion for it. And Danny found his passion in masseuse because he goes to the gym, he works out, he's been in competition. You know what I mean? So he knows what it takes. It takes, masseuse, it takes supplements, diet, your post-workout regimen. What are you doing after you work out? What are you doing before you work out? So for him to be involved in that realm, man, I'm super excited for him, because at the end of the day, also, it's the beginning for him. You know exactly. what I'm saying? He's going up, and he's still at Powerhouse. He's knocking those massages out and shit. So for him for me to see him do that, that's love, man. Shout out Danny.
Yeah, shout out Danny. He's doing it big. He's gonna do it big anyway. He's just like that. This is his first year in business, so
this is his first couple months.
Yeah, exactly. And then so after that, we had musician Victoria Silk coming out of El Paso, lives in Dallas. And she just signed to that record label, so she's actually getting promoted with a lot more things, an album, a video. She does a lot more promotions now. She's just really into the game, you know what I mean? Like trying to make it happen.
That's what's up, man.
Much respect to all you musicians, artists trying to make it in the industry, because it's not easy, dog. It's not easy. It's not easy. I mean, this woman knows how to produce music. She knows how to sing. She's a really good singer. I mean, she blessed us with the song she sang in our studio. But
piano.
But I mean, it still takes more. It still takes more. Who you meet, the networking you do, and all that stuff. So, shout out to anybody in the music industry, especially Victoria Silk, doing it big, representing El Paso.
Not a lot of singers coming out from El Paso, man. So to see that, it's kind of like, that's dope. Like I said, I wanted to be a musician earlier in my youth or whatever. So for her to make it is kind of like, that's what's up, man. That's dope.
For sure. And then we had Pushing Weight. We went to Powerhouse. Yeah, shout out Powerhouse for letting us set up in their gym, and then did a little podcast with their managers. I don't remember their names, but they were definitely had a story about being around town. Like one of them was
Chris and Anthony.
Chris, the
GM, Anthony, the sales rep.
Yeah.
Yeah, man, they were dope people, man. Really welcoming. You know what I'm saying? They kind of broke it down to gave us a little insight of what it takes to open up a gym, and what it takes to keep a gym stable and successful. So, that's dope. It's not just setting up a gym and then that's it. You know what I mean? There's a lot of work that comes into it.
Oh yeah, especially these days, right? They're talking about influencers, hiring influencers and paying them and stuff like that. Did you ever get that contract? What happened?
Nah, man, I didn't get that.
Did you hit him? Did you call him about it? Or?
I mean, I let him know. I kind of, put it out there or whatever. Yeah. But at the end of the day, bro, I'm not the type to chase. Yeah, I'm not chasing it.
Yeah.
Especially I'm gonna work out regardless, dog. You know what I'm saying? So that was
it Anthony though? He said that because he did say he knew why he had one available contract for somebody, and he was like, I'll definitely reach out. So we'll see. We'll have to hit him up. But Anthony, if you see
this, what's up, man? I'm a little hurt right now, but
after we went Pushing Weight, we did started from the bottom with your boys from Timeless.
I love these motherfuckers, dog. Especially Jacob, bro, because like I said, he said on the podcast that he started off on OfferUp. You know what I mean? He didn't see at the time. Maybe he didn't see the scale of how what he does now could work.
Right.
So he started doing little things on OfferUp. And all I wanted was a barber cape. I had a barber capes for a long while. I felt like I needed to switch it up. So I hit him up on OfferUp. He came in that same day and, checked out the spot. And I was like, yo, you a barber? He's like, yeah, bro. I was like, yo, well, I got some chairs open.
Yeah.
We started, talking and being vocal on Instagram and, hyping each other up. And every time I do something, he'd fucking like it and blow it up. Every time he would do something. So to see that, he went from selling shit on OfferUp to now, traveling around the city, delivering supplies, and then now he has a space where he's actually setting up a store so you can go in and buy these supplies within the fucking same time span that I started. Was like, yo, we got to think about it. 3 years isn't a lot of time. You know what I'm saying? So for him to do that much in those 3 years, for us to do what we're doing in those 3 years, yo, you got to recognize that shit.
Yeah, recognize, seriously. And then they're motivated to just do more. They're very very entrepreneur minded. Yeah,
he's the one that kind of put it in me to where he really made me think when he said, you got to be delusional. And I was like, yo, that's true. I never thought of it like that, but yeah, I'm a delusional ass motherfucker.
Because you think of it negative, like, hey man, you're fucking delusional, and you're like, oh shit, my bad. Let me focus. It's like, yeah, you know, like no,
or just delusionally thinking that you're gonna make, you know, seeing the picture when nobody else can see it.
Exactly. That's delusional. So that's like, delusional. So I'm telling you, like, you got to be delusional to make it in this entrepreneurial world, especially if you have a passion and you're bringing something out of your brain. You know what I mean? Like when I told people I was gonna go to your house and cook for you with my own tools and produce a 5-star menu in your house, they were like, what? Like get out of here. You know what I mean? Like,
same thing, dog. When I was like, yo, I want to open up an exclusive ass barbershop, we're not taking no walk-ins.
Yeah, exactly.
People were like, what? No walk-ins? What? How are you gonna make it? How are you gonna do? Look at us. Look at me. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly. Damn. Exactly. Christmas got me, bro. Ever since that Christmas Eve wrapping presents, bro, I don't think I slept, bro. Seriously.
Yo, real quick, I want to shout out a local apparel brand. It's called Wealth and Love. My boy was able to, you know, send me a free shirt. So all I'm doing is promoting his brand right here on the podcast, like I said I would. Wealth and Love, go check him out, man. It's a dope ass brand, comfortable ass shirt, dope ass little design on the back and shit, man. I'll post it up on Instagram. But shout out to the boy. He came through, delivered the shirt. I was like, how much you want for it? He's like, I don't want shit. Just shout me out.
Bet. Shout out WNL.
Wealth and Love.
Wealth and Love. That's what's up, dog. And then our last guest for the year was Abby Rangel from Rangel from Blades and Braids. Yeah, she showed out. She had a good story, and I found it because I follow her on Instagram ever since I used to get cuts from her studio. And then all of a sudden, I seen her on the page. She was like talking about her life, like, oh, I'm gonna do this, and this is what life's about. And I was like, wow. Let me see if she wants to be on the show. She could talk like that. You know what I mean? Like, seriously. So when I asked her about her story, and she had like a fucking hell of a grind.
What I got from her, dog, is like, she's just one of the boys, dog.
Right? But she wanted to grind. She's just like...
She's just a grinder. And to me, I don't see female, male. Yeah. You're a hustler.
Yeah.
That's all I see. And I saw the hustler in her, dog, because... you know, it's just so happened that she started this around the same time that we started, you know what I mean, by herself. She only had one fucking person, Joe the barber, riding out with her. And that's all it takes is that one fucking person to believe in your dream. Mm-hmm. And sometimes it's just that one fucking person to believe in you.
Yeah.
And that itself is going to bring you up and shit.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
How about one person that believed in us when we wanted to start a podcast?
My man Paul. Shout out Nevermore Records EPTX, dog.
Yeah,
yo,
seriously.
Honestly, bro, I've learned so much from Paul, man, and just, you know, I consider him as a friend now. You know what I'm saying? Like I know that I can text him and ask him for advice on business or whatever.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So that's definitely a good dude that we needed in our corner this past fucking 40 weeks that we're doing this shit, man. If it wasn't for Paul, man, we wouldn't be here, dog. He's truly
like the perfect producer though. Like seriously, like when you think about like, oh, I'm gonna start a podcast, it's like starting a show. It's like I'm starting a little mini series, starting on like a little reality show or whatever you want to call it. But you need like somebody that's gonna like, when you have a vision and we are doing this, it's like you need somebody that third person that's just like, well, let's put it together like this. You know what I mean?
It all comes
together like this. Yeah,
put it together.
Yeah, for sure. It was definitely like, as we got to know him, he got to know us. But it was like, fuck, man, this guy's been through it too. You know what I'm saying? Like
exactly, bro.
So Nevermore Records is gonna be here for a while. If y'all need a podcast or if y'all need a production of music or anything like that, hit up Paul or hit up Nevermore Records. It's Paul Ward or it's Nevermore Records, because definitely quality stuff. I want to shout out and say thank you very much.
And to me, what I enjoyed the most of it, dog, is that it wasn't just like business. You know what I mean? I feel like
it could have been.
Yeah. But, you know, he actually took the time to, you know, every show, we're talking for 30, 45 minutes,
sometimes an hour. Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Sometimes going out to eat after.
Yeah, exactly.
So, you know, I feel like some other businesses doing the same thing might have been like, yo, you come in, you record, and that's you get the fuck out. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, you pay your money and you walk out.
He's literally taking the time, talking to us, finding out what's going on in our lives, asking about, you know, he knows about my girl, he's met my girl, my wife, asking about what's going on in my life, asking about what's going on in your life. But
there's only been 2 people this year that's reached out to me through text or whatever and said, Clay, no matter what you're going through or if you're going through anything, just I'm here for you. Like a phone call, text. Let me know. I'm here for you. Peace. And it was you and Paul.
Yeah.
So shout out y'all, because seriously, like that made a lot for me this year, man. Seriously. And shout out DJ San. Sandy was another one that we got together as far as meditation. It was like another level, you know what I'm saying? Like when she needed me, I needed her, and like I needed you. I could reach out to you. So there's some people in this world you need to be able to have the sounding board. When you're low, you can just call them and just tell them, hey, this is how I feel. Because if you hold it all in, dog, the bad and the good, like you need to like celebrate.
You're gonna fucking implode.
Yeah, you need to celebrate with people too, man. Like, hey, man, I had a great week. You want to go to dinner? Like, let's go. You know what I mean? Like, celebrate. You know, let's go have a couple beers, whatever it is. Because this entrepreneur game is hard, dog.
The number one person, dog, honestly, I'm not gonna lie, dog, other than the team and shit like that, the number one, like you said, that I'm grateful for, dog, is honestly you, bro. You know what I'm saying? Yeah.
Thank you, dog. I appreciate that 1,000%,
man. Like I said, dog, in March, when we started doing this shit in March, I didn't have anybody, bro. I think the first person to join after that was Frankie, Planet Throwback. But before that, it was just me.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And it got to a point where it was really like looking like, yo, what the fuck is going on, bro? Like, I would always tell myself, if you build it, they will come.
Yeah.
Kind of like that movie and shit. Mm-hmm. And I built it, and I fucking, blood, sweat, and tears in that motherfucker, dog, and nothing was happening, bro. Nothing was happening, dog.
You did it, though, man.
Until you came in, I was a little hesitant at first and shit, but, we're here now, 40 episodes in, and I'm like, yo, I'm truly grateful for this motherfucker, dog, because it's not so much the podcast. And like I said, I want to thank you, dog, for literally taking some of your bag and putting into the podcast and shit. And it's just truly took me away from like, yo, there's people that fucking really do care. Motherfuckers that you don't even know care more than people that
But why though? But yeah, thank you so much. But why though? You gotta give yourself some props too, because when I met you, I was like, this fool got fire. Like, it's not like letting up. Like, he's got fire. Like, from your videos, from your selfies that you do, like the way you talk at the barber shop, like to us and stuff like that. Like, I was just like, this is the guy. Like, seriously, like, you got fire. And I know with my side, like, it's always people are like, like Vic comes through like with that not negative, that other half. It's like, you know what I mean? Like, we come together and we have this ideas, and I'm saying, like, even with our guests, dog, you know what I'm saying? Even with our guests, like, they'll have an idea, and we're like, you think one way, I think one way, and then we have this like collective idea of like how to think and stuff like that. So, I mean, it's been fun, man. I shout out for. So that's why I'm just taking like a little break. We're taking a break. It was like when I started, my business started going off. I started making some money. Like, it was really fucking great. And I seriously, like, when I was younger, I had these visions of like being in a club and buying bottles and like just partying because you're successful. But I really didn't want to do that anymore. I wanted to like invest and do something big, you know what I mean? So, and I really thought long and hard what to do, and I wanted to do a podcast, but I wanted to do it with the right person. So I'm glad I found you in March. We came together and we started it, and we didn't stop. We kept going every week. So this is a great end of the year episode, and when we come back for season 2 in March, it's just gonna be that much better. And seriously, like, we might have a better, prettier logo. We might have fucking more sponsors, all that shit. But just a little fucking regroup here, and man, it's been fun though.
Well, with that being said, dog, I started writing this. I don't know. I don't want to call it a poem or whatever, but I started writing this. I was posting a video on Instagram, and I wanted to kind of touch in about the past 6 months.
Okay.
And it was too long for Instagram, so I started writing it in my notes, and it just became this, I don't know, man, like, I just keep looking back at it, and I'm gonna go ahead and share it with you guys. I titled it 6 months ago, and I really put my heart into this shit, and I want you guys to hear this and think to yourselves, where will you be in 6 months? So the busiest I've ever was the last 6 months of this year. 6 months ago, I was in the last year of my lease agreement, not knowing where I'd be in 2024, not knowing if I was going to have to downgrade, shut down, quit barbering, find a second job. I had no idea where and why this journey was taking me towards. So many letdowns, so many weeks of hard work alone, with no recognition, no support. Regardless, I kept pushing forward, even in the face of defeat, I kept striving to be better, do better, and want better. 6 months ago, I could have chose to quit. 6 months ago, I willed myself to fight to the end. If it wasn't for the last 6 months, I wouldn't have the success I have today. Your life can change in 6 months. Are you willing to do what it takes in those 6 months? 6 months of sacrifice, hard work, discipline, routine, patience, being uncomfortable. 6 months to change your life. Look back 6 months from now and ask where you were 6 months ago.
Damn. So
just a kind of a sum up of that, dog, was like I said, 6 months ago was, you know, a point in time where I was like, I didn't know where Drip Studio was going to be. I didn't know where I was going to be.
For sure.
I didn't know what I was going to do. And in those 6 months, I found myself choosing to fight to the very end, even knowing that I might have to give it all up. I chose to fucking put the gas to the floor all the way.
Yeah.
Because there's no choice. There's no other way to do it.
Yeah, for sure.
And with that, you know, I was able to hire people, and now I have a fully staffed shop.
Yeah.
But if it wasn't for that decision that I made at that crossroads in my life, dog,
yeah,
I wouldn't be here. If I decided to quit at that time,
yeah,
I wouldn't have what I have right now. As little as it seems to everybody else looking in.
Yeah.
A lot of people might not seem that I have a lot. But that coming from where I come from, I've said this shit. I'm not supposed to fucking be here.
Yeah.
Literally, I'm not supposed to fucking be here. So this means everything to me, dog.
Bet, dude. We could tell from the words that you're putting out there like that, man. Seriously, the last 6 months have been, man, it's been fun to have a business partner that motivates you. You know what I'm saying? Like, we're not in the same business. We don't own the same business. We don't fuck with each other like partying or nothing like that. We just motivate each other. That's all we do. It's like, oh, you did that? I was like, fuck, man, I'm proud of this motherfucker. I need to do something. Let me go do something like this. I mean, this motherfucker keeps going. I need to keep going too, man. You know what I'm saying?
Dog, but I mean, honestly, bro, that's like, you're like a friend that I've always wanted my whole life.
Straight up, man.
You know what I'm saying? Because like, to me, dog, a friend was, yo, let's go wild out, dog.
Yeah, let's go wild out for sure, man.
Don't worry, I got your back with your girl, dog. I got your back. Well, fuck, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I don't need that.
Yeah.
I don't want that kind of friend.
Yeah.
I want the friend to tell me, yo, you fucking up.
Let's get that bag, man.
Let's get that bag.
Yeah.
Yo, you're not doing enough.
Yeah.
Let's get this bag.
But it was in you. I just kind of like woke up the monster, dog, in a way. You know what I'm saying? Like, yeah, for sure. And that's what I'm saying. Like, you woke up my monster too, because like everything I got was from passion. I never really put the fire into it, and that's what I feel like now. Like now that I've got put the passion in all this, and I got this like little bit of something, I'm about to fire into this shit, man, and like do the like ultimate like whatever my potential is and find it. You know what I'm saying? And that's what I'm saying. So like when we come back, I don't know, man. I might be wearing a pinky ring, dog. It might be blinging. You know what I'm saying? you know what I'm saying? So
grilled out.
Yeah,
you know
we'll see. At least the bottom, you know.
Yeah. I mean,
Kanye
just
style,
eights,
you know what I mean? Yeah,
eights on the bottom and shit.
Yeah.
No, for sure though, dog. But honestly, bro, like we gotta continue doing this, man.
Yeah, for sure.
We're just taking a break, and that's all it is.
Yeah, for sure.
It's kind of like halftime for us. You know what I'm saying? There's still another half of game to play.
Bro, you got to have a children, about to have a little seed, dog.
Yeah, dog. That's crazy, man. To think like even that, bro. Like I said, I tell everybody that I'm so happy and I'm so enthused about this, about my son, dog, because you know there was a time where I was, you know, my system was fucked up, bro. Like I wasn't clean. I was doing all the wrong things. I was doing a lot of drugs, and I was, you know, not healthy. And you know, me physically, I couldn't have a kid. You know what I'm saying? It was, my body was so polluted that it wasn't happening.
So polluted, I can't even have a baby.
A little kid with her, man. But you know, when I got sober, when I got clean, and you know, I kind of gave up. I was thinking, you know, the damage was done already.
Right.
I faced it, and I fucking came to terms with it. I may not be a father ever.
Right. And
I was happy with that, and I was, you know, content with that.
Mm-hmm.
So when I found out my girl was pregnant, dog, and even till now, I still can't believe it, dog. You know what I'm saying? It's kind of like, thank you, God, for fucking blessing me.
Shout out God, straight up. blessing right there, man. So like I said, when we come back in March, man, we're gonna be different. I'm gonna get my business on point, and you're gonna get your business on point with your son. I mean, that's gonna be different. We're gonna be different. Yes, we need a little break though, because this entrepreneurship.
But we're staying in touch though. We not for, you know what I'm saying. I'm still gotta see you every week.
Yeah, I gotta get that cut. Gotta get that cut. Yeah, straight up, and then bullshit. You know what I mean about this entrepreneur life for sure. And then Paul said he's gonna help us out with some work too, man. So we're gonna stay in the loop, all of us, man. We're just gonna regroup, because I just like for me, I just want to like get the number one business good, right? Because like when I started the podcast, I was gleaming, bro. I was on a rocket ship, and I just kind of invested in a couple things during that time, and I need to regroup a little bit, you know what I mean? That's all. For sure.
All good. I understand, bro, and I understand how it is. And,
it's entrepreneurial life.
That's entrepreneurial life, dog. Sometimes you got to go to, square one to kind of relaunch.
Yeah, exactly.
You know what I'm saying? So that's all we're doing, bro.
Yeah.
You guys make sure you guys stay motivated, man. Stay hungry, stay hustling.
Yeah. Got a new year, make a resolution and stick to that shit. You know what I'm saying? I really haven't been part of doing the resolutions. I don't know. You have a resolution for 2024?
Nah, bro.
It's because I don't like to hold myself to things like that. But the one thing I just want to hold myself to in 2024 is the gym thing. I don't want to go 5 days a week, but like if I go 1 day a week, because I fell off, dog. That was the one thing that really got me to the point. So like I said, I'm building my blocks in 24. The number one thing is my personal chef business, because that's my passion. And then
that's the bread and butter.
That's the bread and butter. This podcast is like something that I've really gotten to be my passion. So I don't want to let that go. But in order to keep those things, I have to keep my physical and mental correct. So the meditation always. Sometimes I'm be like, what's wrong with me? I haven't meditated. I think I'm sick sometimes. Like, fuck, I haven't meditated all week. The meditation, number one, and the physical meditation, seriously. And that's where the body, you got to take care of the body, the mental, and then you can do everything on the outer. Seriously. And I'm going to go back to the square one, get everything in order, and then I know I'll be back where I was last March. You know what I'm saying? And then we can do it again. For sure.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, hell yeah.
I'm not a big fan of resolutions, bro, because I feel like a lot of people use that as an excuse, like, oh, well, I'll wait till the new year. I'll wait. No, it starts right now.
There you go. For sure.
It starts today, and I've gave up resolutions a long time ago, bro. And the biggest reason why is because when I would try to quit drinking or quit doing drugs, 20 in this year.
Yeah, this is the year, yo.
And then fucking New Year's Eve, I'm faded and I'm, doing everything that I said I wouldn't do.
There's no way you could get off.
There's no way. You're already you're starting off the fucking year day one fucked up. So
start off the year good, y'all.
Starts from before. It starts before New Year's. It starts before New Year's. Do it now.
Whatever
do it right now.
Can make those commitments to yourself and don't let up. And like to go back to what you were saying though, like when you were at that point where you had nobody in the shop, you didn't know what you were gonna do. That's the point where you need to keep going, and you did. As an entrepreneur, I swear to God, it's right around the corner. Everything that you're waiting for is right around the corner, because God's gonna put you through the fucking worst until you get to your goal and your dream and your blessing and stuff like that. So keep going, yo. This is just proof in the pudding. Like me too, man. Like gotta keep going. It's around the corner. You know what I mean? Like seriously. Whatever your goals are, your dreams, don't let up. Stay positive, stay motivated. I'm always gonna fucking keep hitting that.
Yes, sir.
So when I write my book, it's gonna be called Stay Positive, Stay Motivated.
Stay motivated.
Yeah, keep going.
We got that 41 episode in the books, dog.
Yes, 2023.
This is the last one of 2023. We'll be back in fucking March, y'all. Watch out for those reels though. We still gonna be fucking draining them down your throat. So reels every week. We're gonna try to do a reel
subscribe, and share on YouTube, Spotify,
share, subscribe, all that shit, man.
We appreciate y'all, man. Happy New Year.
Happy New Year. Merry Christmas. I will see you guys in March. Peace.